band is called the City Streets. Very special band. They're from Edmonton, Alberta, originally, since around 2005, I believe. Currently based in Montreal, and an extraordinarily hard-working band. Really great quality in the songwriting, as you heard there. That was a track from The Jazz Age, an album from last year. The track was called The Last Party Waltz. And I have Rick on the line from the band, and I'm going to try to patch him from the band here on the phone. I'm going to try to patch him through. So let's see if this works. Hello, Rick.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, excellent. Rick from the City Streets. You're live on CiTR here in Vancouver. Thanks so much for finding time to chat today. I'm actually an old friend of Matt. I used to do this show up in Edmonton at CJSR, and of course you have a long history with that station. I'll never forget the fateful day I was broadcasting live, and Matt popped in, and he was messing around in the record library, and he heard a song I was playing and came in, and we bonded. And I saw you guys play once in Edmonton and was blown away. You started with the Replacements track, and I was sold straight away. So,
well, that's awesome. Thanks a lot.
Oh, no problem.
Sounds like Matt, that's for sure.
It is Matt Leddy, the bass player from the City Streets. So we're talking to Rick. So, Rick, I'm really excited about what you're probably really excited about, which is your fundraising effort in Haiti. What's going on there? How did this come about?
Well, it's something we've been wanting to do on this scale for a long time. We've always done like benefit shows and stuff. Right after the Haiti earthquake, we did some here in Montreal with Doctors Without Borders, and we're a pretty small band, and there's only you raise the money and you send it along, and you just kind of wonder what happened to it. And in the press you saw all these things about how it was such a mess there, and like even NGOs didn't know what was going on and stuff, and and we've always been politically minded and stuff, but it got to the point where we're like, well, let's actually go and do something, and and we found this organization, All Hands Volunteers, where it's simply just you literally get on the plane and you go there and you work there with them, volunteer for free as long as you feel you can, however much time you can give up. And and they get in there and they build and excavate rubble, everything, just with the recovery process.
And so you'll be embarking there in January, is that right?
November, actually.
November. And
yeah.
do you know how long yet you'll be there for, or?
Yeah, it'll be 2 weeks, and me and Matt are both going, and we're hoping that everything that will go well, and we can develop a relationship with this organization in the future, and and keep working with them.
That sounds excellent, and I'm sure you'll be bringing your guitar along. And I know, I know of a musician in Australia, in the city that I was from, and he did some aid work in a country, and he ended up, of course, writing a mini concept album, I guess, about the experience that he went through, and I'm sure that you'll go through some profound changes and make some relationships there, and who knows where the creativity might lead. Yeah,
I haven't been thinking too much about that, but in the back of my mind, something goes, well, it's going to be, like you said, it's going to be some heavy stuff, and like personally, I've never been to a third world, like Haiti's one of the poorest countries, in the world, even before this kind of thing went down. So it's definitely going to be an eye opener.
And we can enjoy the music of the City Streets here in Vancouver on Wednesday night at the Waldorf.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's been a few years, I think, a year and it's been a while since we played Vancouver, so we're really, really excited.
Yeah, and I could definitely recommend to the listeners, if you like quality rock and roll. I can't say, that's it. This quality rock and roll, and I mentioned the Replacements. You played a song, and that really any band that's influenced by the Replacements, in my book, is really tapped into something. So,
well, yeah, they're definitely my favorite band. I'm not going to make any. I'm not going to go out there and pretend I'm not the Tea Party and going to say I don't like the Doors, like they do. I love the Mats, and that's kind of what got me into taking music seriously.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a big compliment. Thank you.
And, of course, you formed, was it in 2005 in Edmonton?
Yeah, we all played in some other bands before that, and we decided to start City Streets just as like the whole idea was. I guess you could compare it to the Replacements in the way that it was like we're going to play whatever style of music we want, just we'll write the songs, and then and that was sort of the idea, and here we are 6 years later in Montreal, and it's been a great ride.
And I think it's great that your formative years were in the city of Edmonton, because having spent time there, I know the special quality that people speak of, that you really have to live there for a period before you really get it, and it's intangible, but I know what it is, and I know it's in Eamon McGrath, of course, who I've featured here on the show, and I think that quality shows in your music, and it's really great to see that you've become so well travelled and be able to play so much in the East now.
Well, yeah, I mean, Edmonton definitely has a gritty element to it, and it's kind of cool that you saw that just as being an outsider, right? Because a lot of people don't, but I grew up there, and it's made me the person I am, and I'm glad I'm from there, and and it's it's definitely shaped the person I am and the music I play, definitely.
We're talking to Rick from the City Streets, and just for a little recap for new listeners, you have is it 2 full lengths? Is that right?
We have 3 now, and we just finished recording a 4th album here in Montreal, so we're busy as always.
So we have Concentrated Living 2008, The Jazz Age last year, Peacemaker this year, and so another one coming already. That's great.
Yeah, and actually we recorded a 5th in a cabin we self-recorded. It's a concept album about my grandpa's life. So right. I don't know when these 2 albums are going to be coming out. It's a matter of like financial issues, but they're recorded. They're in the can. So yeah, we're pretty excited.
Oh, that's great. And of course, I should mention the EP that I stumbled across in the CJS Art Library. If you don't like The Clash, you're a bad person.
Oh, yeah, that's an old, obscure one that I think it was online only, but we did do a radio mail-out, so that's pretty cool that you came across that.
Well, it's one of the best album titles I've ever heard in my life. Straight and to the point.
We've offended people that way. It's obviously not meant to be taken completely literally, but it's definitely a conversation starter.
Yeah. Well, I can definitely recommend folks check out the City Streets at the Waldorf Hotel here in Vancouver on Wednesday night. And we've just got time for a track. I guess I'd like to play something from Peacemaker, Outside of a Lover. Thanks a lot, Rick.
Well, thanks so much, Matt.
And I hope to chat another time. So this has been Rick from the City Streets, and he's been talking about his trip to Haiti very soon to take part in All Hands Volunteers and the relief effort there. So let's hear another track from the City Streets from the Peacemaker album. The band's from Montreal, originally from Edmonton, playing in Vancouver on Wednesday.
Thank you.